What do you think about that? The city spent $70,000 on that whole branding.
Well, no, that's a little too much.
And Bristol, Tennessee's not alone. Two separate major rebranding efforts have been launched here in the Tri-Cities. We found out these are cities hoping to retool their image in hopes of maybe a financial payoff.
Yeah, one in Kingsport, the other Bristol, Tennessee. Now, similar projects in Johnson City and Greenville are in the planning stages. In your corner tonight, News Channel 11's Curtis McLeod is live at 5, breaking down just how much taxpayer dollars was spent on these campaigns and if any money is expected to come back to those cities.
Good evening. We are here live in downtown Johnson City at the epicenter of development and branding. Take a look here, the coveted new landmark in Johnson City, the transformed U-Haul sign. Now, while this sign was not paid for with taxpayer dollars, it was actually private funding. But the work surrounding the sign, the work you see here, these gentlemen doing over here, the landscaping, the redevelopment of this basin, that was all paid for with taxpayer dollars. City officials tell me that that work is necessary to attract visitors to the Tri-Cities. Others say the same thing, so that those visitors can pump more money back into the economy.
Meet Porter, or should I say Kingsporter. He's the new ambassador for Visit Kingsport, the city's newly branded Visitors Bureau Center. His purpose? To inspire those here and abroad to visit and spend money in the model city. Here's their city mascot. What do you think about that?
It's cute.
It's all right. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Those are responses we got before we dropped this little bit of information. Porter cost Visit Kingsport a little less than $1,000. If I told you that the city spent several $100s, possibly upwards to $1,000 on this initiative, what do you think about that?
That's probably a little bit too much money for that.
That's ridiculous. She could have drawn that for nothing and donated.
Amy Margaret McCall with Visit Kingsport says that money comes from retail and hotel tax dollars combined with grant money from the State Department of Tourist Development. Money was spent on a stick figure. How is this going to benefit me, the taxpayers, benefit my community?
Sure, absolutely. Well, the beauty of Porter is he stands out in your print advertising. He is hitting a market that has not been tapped into before.
Plans are already in the works to make giant-sized Porter printings to be placed around Kingsport. Over in Bristol, Tennessee, the new branding and city logo, Bristol is already on display with flags lining State Street. How would you finish that sentence, Bristol is?
Bristol is great. I mean, it's awesome.
City leaders say that's the whole point of the branding, to give visitors and people living in the area the opportunity to fill in the blank, so to speak.
It's up to the individual person who visits Bristol, who lives in Bristol, who may have a business in Bristol. Bristol can be anything.
The entire campaign cost the city more than $70,000, this money coming directly from the city budget. What do you think about that? The city spent $70,000 on that whole branding.
Well, no, that's a little too much. But if we got it to spend, might as well spend it.
And that's what city leaders and area cities around the region are doing. They are spending the money with hopes of getting a significant return on their investment. Now, here in Johnson City, again, this project was a private project, but other projects done by the Downtown Development Authority, they spent a little under $10,000 for a recent branding project for the downtown area. I'm told by city leaders here in Johnson City they are already making plans for a city-funded branding project. We'll stay on top of it and let you know once they give us the information on how much money it's going to cost you. We are live in downtown Johnson City tonight. Curtis McLeod at News Channel 11 in your corner.
Curtis, thanks. And a recent request for proposal bids recently closed in Johnson City to hire a research firm for the city-funded branding project.